Good morning, welcome to the Do3 Daily Briefing for Monday. Right, what we've got for you today, we have training sessions to look at, so let's crack on with that straight away. Speed and power did this morning, and let's show you this. There we go there. So it was a tough one. As I said to the guys this morning, 74 TSS, which was a bit of an increase from last time. I think it was 72 or 71 TSS last time we did a speed and power training session. TSS kind of works out roughly the overall training stress that is generated during a particular session. Okay, and it's calculated by looking at threshold settings within training peaks. So it knows how hard roughly you should be working and how hard, if you pre-plan a session, how hard it expects that session to be for you. Kind of how many training stress score points out of 100 you can get per hour. Okay, so bearing in mind that this session had, I think it was about 14.5 minutes of total work, to get 74 points out of 100 for an hour is always 56 minutes actually. It just shows how much work was being done. Anyway, so 8 minutes of building up, so blocks of 2 minutes just building up there, and then we had 2 minutes easy, and we went into blocks of 6 all the way across. As you can see, the first block 15 seconds, 150, 160% FTP. So working pretty hard there, not far off your max. Then 2 minutes easy, and then we did 30 seconds. Same again, 6 of them. This time just dropping it back 130 to 140%, but for 30 seconds this time. 30 seconds rest. The first ones were 30 seconds as well, so rest as well. And then 2 minutes easy, and then went on to the killers in the middle there. 1 minute at 120 to 130% FTP. Now normally that wouldn't be too bad, and certainly the first one wasn't too bad because you had a nice long rest. But because we'd done all these short intervals beforehand, these started to bite. So they certainly did for me anyway, as the session progressed. But we took a minute's rest on those because we needed it. 30 seconds would have been too short. Certainly needed a minute, ideally maybe a little bit more, but a minute was just about doable. And then we went on to 2 minutes easy, and then went back to our 6 times 30 seconds, and then we took 3 minutes. That was such a nice break to have a longer break there, and then back to 15-second blasts just to finish off. All right, so a challenging session there to say the least. Don't quite know why it ended up at 56 minutes rather than an hour, but we spun it out to make the hour, and that was that. All right, so that was a good session. So the same session again tomorrow, so pretty straightforward. So if you're watching, as always, if you're watching, you want to say hello, just pop up and type in the comments wherever you are, Facebook, YouTube, or wherever, and it should come through to my screen here, and I can say hello. And if you got any questions or comments or anything, just pop it on there. Anyway, so next thing then, we have some birthdays. So we've got a few birthdays to mention. We have, first of all, we have
Happy birthday
to Charlie Edmonds. I think that was yesterday. Happy birthday, Charlie. Charlie's a long-term, I think must be one of the original ones, squad members from Stratford. So happy birthday, Charlie. Looking forward to seeing you back in the pool, hopefully in a few weeks' time. Happy birthday today to Anna, Watson, and Tasha. Okay, happy birthday to you guys. I think you're opening your beauty salon again today. So well done for that, Anna. I bet it's been a long break. So yeah, happy birthday to you guys. The only other thing to talk about is the race. So let's see who's popping up. Let's see who's popping up on the screen. Morning, Lucy. Lucy Map. You should be at work, Lucy. Ben Chat, where's Steph's minute? No, we didn't do Steph's minute. Steph's minute has been dropped out. We could have put it in there, but I don't think we would have made it to the end if we'd put Steph's minute in after all that, because it was damn challenging. Sorry, Ben. Where were you? Not to mention where's Steph's minute. Where were you, Ben? Where were you? Where were you, Ben? We'll see you tomorrow morning, Ben. Morning, Joe. Joe Granger. Morning, Jez Emmett. Morning, Andy. Andy was there. And Joe was there. Were you there, Joe? Yeah, I think you were there. Morning, Andy. Morning, Facebook user. Morning, another Facebook user. We've got to stop these Facebook users. We've got to get some names in there. I'm going to start putting that link out so we can make sure we get your names through. Kind of slightly annoying, but I'll have to see who it is. If it's you, type your name in next time so we can see who it is. Anyway, so what's next? Let's have a look at the race results for Saturday. So Okay, so what happened on Saturday then was we did one of the Zwift races, organised race. It was the L'Etape de Tour, stage 2. So it was one of the new French courses. These are all the results. I think there's a few more people racing, but obviously a few weren't onto Zwift Power. So we're using Zwift Power to kind of pull our results together properly. So you get all the data as you can see on the screen there. So if you're not on Zwift Power, then make sure you join up and join Do3 Squad as a club, because it'll pull all the results together then. So as you can see there, well, it was a 14 point something per lap, and it was 2 laps. And the night before we did the race, Kate sent out a link to an article saying how horrific it was, and I actually thought it was all right. It was all right. It was mostly flat with a couple of climbs in. It wasn't too bad in my opinion. It wasn't too bad. So as you can see there, for 29 miles I think it was, Howard took the win in just over an hour, so 1:04. So kind of see how quick that was for 29 miles. So obviously it wasn't that challenging a course. Corin, you've popped up as second place. I'm not sure if you're watching, Corin. Popped up second place there, 1:07.16. And then yours truly, third there, 1:07.19. 3 seconds ahead of me, Corin. And then we've got Jez there, Joe, Kate, Ben, and Andy. So some good work there. So let's look at these powers, see what we've got. So the normalised power then, we've got Howard was at normalised 279 for the whole thing. Corin 209, 269 for me. 285, Jez. Good stuff. We've got 231, 215, 295, Ben. And 168 at the bottom there for Andy. What else have we got that's interesting on here? What heart rates have we got? Max heart rate, Joe Granger, 187. Nice. 187. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. What else have we got? 56. Well, weights and all sorts. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. So Howard, 4 watts a kilo average. And yeah, so pretty good. So good result from Howard. Not sure what happened to Rich. I think we had a few technical problems with Rich Shepherd, so he wasn't there. In fact, we know that somebody came second. Who was it? Rich Simkiss. Rich Simkiss came second, but obviously, Rich, you're not on Zwift Power, so you need to get you signed up on there. Rich came second, and that's that. All right, so I think that's pretty much everything for this morning. Pretty straightforward. We're doing some secret squirrel stuff today, this week. Hopefully, we'll have some announcements for you. Hopefully, we'll have some more pool information as well once we catch up with everyone active and find out a little bit more about what's happening over there. And that's it. All right, so nice to see you, and hope you have a good day. Catch up with you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.